I take 4 rods with me fishing all the time, so I use a 3-rod Compac Rod Bag. My 3 fishing rods go in that central bit there. There's padding inside there and dividers, and I use the tip safes only on the bottom section of the rod. That sort of keeps everything in place, slides down, and I just attach them on the top Velcro fasteners just to hold them in place. Make sure the line is out the way before you zip it up, and that is the 3 rods packed away really quickly. And speed is of the essence with my fishing. I want to leave my rods out to the last minute and then get them away quickly and be off the lake. The single sleeve there has got my spod rod in it, which doubles up as a marker rod. I only take one with me all the time now, literally just loop to loop off the marker and put a spod on when I need it. And then down the back, in there I've got my weigh bar, and you see my throwing stick is in that pocket there, and then one further down, that takes my distance sticks. And then turning it round to the other side, that's where my landing net and my weigh sling goes, just a pocket at the bottom, a couple of places to fasten it on so it's not flapping around, and that just goes straight on top of my trolley. Let's have a look at the bags I'm using in the bivvy. Everything is arranged exactly the same every time, so I know where it all is. The stuff I'm using a lot during the session goes in front of the bed chair. The stuff I'm only going to use every now and again goes at the back. First of all, this large carryall, this is my food bag. You can see it's all stained up and everything. I've had this one for 2 or 3 years now, and it shows you how durable it is. I keep all my food on the inside, perishables and non-perishables at this time of the year. I don't tend to take a cool bag in the winter months. The zip pocket in the top, I keep my spare rubbish bags in there and my windshield, and then at the back I've got my pans, I've got plates and that sort of thing. And on the outside you've got 4 pockets that take the compact 140s. So they take a lot of kit in them. I've got my knives and forks and oils and all that sort of thing. I've got tablets and personal effects in one. I've got my brew kit in there. And then on the outside on that one, I've got my gas and my stove. So that gets loaded up the same every single time, whether I'm doing 1 night or 3 nights. And on this side of the bivvy is my tackle bag. This is a medium-sized carryall, just like the large. I don't use the shoulder strap because they just go straight onto my cart porter, so they just get left in the van. So this one takes the 125 compact bags. I only actually use one of them. At the back there, I've got my tracer battery in there and all my spare batteries. At the other end, I've got all my spods and spoms. In this one, I've got all my torches, cutters, PVA, that sort of stuff. And then in this one, I've got my headlamps and my pair of pliers, my spare glasses, all that sort of thing. In the lid again, you've got a zip pocket, got some PVA bags in there, solid bags, and a spirit level. Yes, I do use a spirit level in my fishing. Believe it or not, it's not for my rods, it's for my bed chair. It's an edge. One of the guys working for us said, you can get your bed chair perfectly flat, and I use that all the time. And then at the back, got another pocket, I've got my catapults in there. And then on the inside, absolutely loads of kit goes into here. I've got a long rig safe, a 140 Compac. That's got like all my spare single stuff, spare marker floats, a little bit of spare line in there, anything that goes with my buzzers and that sort of stuff. Don't use that one very much. And then I've got the other Compac that takes my tackle safe, all my hook wallets and everything go in there. You can see all my hooks and hook links and everything, and spare little utensils and stuff, boom material goes in there. And then alongside it, one of the really small compact bags, that's my lead bag, and I've got all my leaders and my tubing and all that sort of thing in there as well. Pair of binoculars for fish spotting, really, really important. If they're bubbling up at range, very, very hard to see them. And also a range finder. So if you're fishing up against islands and far margins, I can range find it first, so I've got half an idea of how far it is. And then moving over to the back of the bivvy, oh, absolutely love this. The dry bag in the compact range. As you can see, I don't use a ground sheet in my bivvy. Even in the depths of winter, I don't use a ground sheet. I want to be able to move quickly, and it's just another thing to carry, another thing that gets soaking wet and muddy and what have you. I'd rather just have a better sleeping bag, use a hot water bottle, even maybe zip the door down. Having a bag like this, if you've got all your clothes in it and it's getting wet at the back of the bivvy, if water soaks through, your clothes can get wet. So that is an absolute godsend. In there, I've got like my waterproofs, I've got spare thermal stuff, I've got spare hats, spare socks, all that sort of thing. So if you do get wet during your session, hopefully with a fish, you can change into that sort of stuff and stay dry and warm. So that is how I lay my bivvy out. That's the compact kit that I use. That is what I recommend.